after a number of years, 28 in this case, the seals in the refrigerator tend to get hard and they don't seal very well. This is most prevalent in the freezer section, where the front here has little drippets of water. So I'm going to have to replace the seals on the refrigerator. Of course, being that old, Dometic doesn't exactly have the exact replacement available, but there is a kit available to replace it, but it requires a little bit of work. Also, it needs a little preparation, because the refrigerator is going to be down for about 2 days while it's being done. Fortunately, I've got enough canned and dry goods to last that long. So what I need to do is I need to turn the thermostat all the way off. In order to perform this task, of course, the doors have to come off. The freezer door has to come off first. There's a screw here and over here to remove the trim piece across the top in order for me to get to the hinge over here. Once that piece is off, then I can remove 2 screws for the top hinge. With the top hinge removed, I can now lift the door off the bottom hinge. Mind you, it does help if you unscrew this while the door is closed. But with the hinges off, we can now remove the door off the center hinge. Next up, we remove the center hinge. Now this hinge isn't quite as easy. There's a screw underneath here that's very close to the door, so it's going to take a little bit of wrangling. Then of course I'll close the door and remove the top 2 screws. Now with the door off is a good time to clean around the outside edges of the refrigerator where the gasket was sealing. The kit came with the seals, the double-sided tape, and some silicone sealant. Also we'll need cutters and scissors. After unpacking it, of course, I wanted to set out the seals so that they would lose their bends in them. And since it's a hot day, the vinyl should be really stretchy. Now before I commit myself to avoiding a $2,000 mistake, I make sure that the new seals fit on the doors. So I place them on top of the old seals and they seem to line up. So we're good there. Cut the corner about a 45-degree angle as much as possible. Making sure you get the corner. And then 45-degree angle. Cut along the edge. And then lift up the seal. And throw it away. As for the remaining seal, put the knife against the inner plastic edge and just cut that away. Make sure you don't cut into the plastic. At this point you'll probably have to do a little prying and cutting and lifting to get the rest of it out. And then once you get the rest of the seal off, you want to do a nice clean on this to make sure the double-sided tape sticks. Now that the door is clean and dry, it's time to install the double-sided tape. See if I can do this without sweating all over everything. As I mentioned, we're having a heat wave. In Kansas, that means humidity. So, what I want to do is, there's actually a little line on this one around the edge. I think I'm going to try to follow that. Now that the first piece is on, what I want to do is to cut a 45-degree angle plus a little bit so that I can leave about a 1/4 inch gap between the tape. You'll see why. About a 1/4 inch gap. Next step is to take the silicone sealant that came with the kit and apply it at the corners. With the silicone sealant applied, now I can remove the tape. Now that we've got the double-sided tape off, install the gasket. Recommended that you let the sealant settle for about well, overnight, 24 hours, something like that. And with the gasket installed, we can actually install it in the refrigerator with the freezer defrosted and dried and clean, of course. All we have to do now is close the doors, block them, and wait until tomorrow when I get groceries. What this will do is it will form the seal around the refrigerator so that it won't leak, or hopefully. But making sure, of course, that the refrigerator is still off. I'll turn it on just before I go grocery shopping. And that's how you replace the gaskets, the seals, the door seals on the Dometic RM2801 refrigerator.